If you've been living under a rock for the past few hours, basically the Star vs. the Forces of Evil Season 3 intro has been released, and I found it on YouTube by Disney Television Animation News, so thanks to them for that. But today I'm going to be doing like a quick analysis. I'm not going to be going into the nitty-gritty details because that would take like a lot of time. Instead, I'm just going to be doing like an overview of what this intro actually means for the series, what's going to happen in Season 3, and how it'll be different from the previous seasons. So when you watch this, you realize that Marco is actually living with Star. I don't know if this is like a permanent thing or maybe it's just a thing that'll last all season, but this is actually a really cool thing because Marco is going away from Earth. He's trying to find Star and then he goes to Muni and actually lives there. So this opens up the door for new opportunities and new stories. And honestly, that's a pretty good idea because the same thing would get stale if you keep doing it for multiple seasons. One point to mention about this situation is that Marco literally jumps right from his room to Butterfly Castle, and now there should be a portal there because that would be like a different place. But actually in the show, we find out that Star's spell can actually transfer your room somewhere else, so this is just going to be like a moving in type situation, but Marco is still going to keep his own room. One thing you may not have noticed from the intro is that Eclipsa actually makes an appearance in the ice. You see her silhouette, so that's pretty cool. Her right arm is detached, and I have no idea why that is. It'll probably be explained later, but for right now, I don't know how that happened. Now, towards the end of the intro, we see a few things. We see Ludo, and that's like a clear thing because Ludo has always been the villain. So yeah, Star and Marco are going to continue fighting Ludo. That's not going to be a storyline that just randomly disappears for Season 3. That's expected. But one character design choice I want to mention is that in the very end, we see Marco with a cape. And honestly, that doesn't actually look too bad. It's nice to change up the designs for the characters every once in a while. And I feel like Marco is going to take on some kind of different personality here because he's going to be doing more fighting and he's probably going to be more involved in the story because he's actually moving in with Star and things are getting real. And also, one thing you probably noticed about this intro is that Jackie is nowhere to be found. I don't know exactly why this is. Maybe she won't show up as much as she did in Season 2. But you have to keep in mind that in the previous theme song, there were a few characters that didn't appear, but they did actually have roles in the show. So I would say don't take Jackie's disappearance too seriously because she probably will still appear in Season 3. Also, if you were paying attention during the entire intro, you would notice that Marco never leaves Star's side. And I feel like this is going to be like a representation of how Season 3 will go. Like, we're going to be seeing more Star and Marco, and I know a lot of people want to see that. So hopefully if this intro tells us anything, then we're going to be seeing more of that. Now, overall, this is a decent intro. It's something to get hyped for the show. And I know Star vs. the Forces of Evil isn't my favorite show ever, but still, I'm probably going to get into it because it seems like it'll get more continuity in this coming season. Now, all we have to do is wait until Season 3's return very soon. But anyway, that's all for this video. Subscribe for more awesome cartoon videos. Give a thumbs up and comment below to let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.